What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the JTW Sports Show. Today, we're talking about some NFL news. There's been some big news going on pretty recently. Some trades, just some good games, some bad games, and TJ, you look a little upset. So I'm, just like we ask before every video, how you feeling, TJ?
Physically, I'm okay. Mentally, I'm a little upset with the front office, but we'll get to it in a minute.
We will. Will, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm good. I just woke up from my nap. I was sleeping great, but we're good. I'm ready to go. I got some things to say.
Me too, bro. About the nap part, we had weights this morning and 6 a.m. So hey, that nap after is pretty cool.
I had class right after, so I didn't get to enjoy a nap. I slept during class, but yeah.
You can't say that. Hey, straight up, dude. There's been a lot of stuff in the NFL recently. Some good games, some pretty poor games. Some teams that are really good are getting a little better.
Teams that are pulling away. Teams are. I'm just going to kick us off. Something that came out this morning. Today is officially the end of the trade deadline. So if Deshaun Watson's making a move, we gotta find that out. We'll find that out within the next couple 12 hours. What happened this morning? Melvin Ingram is being sent to Kansas City. I don't know how much that'll improve on this Kansas City team.
I did not see that.
Yeah,
it's Melvin Gordon. Not Melvin Gordon, Melvin Ingram.
Melvin Ingram.
Okay. Melvin Ingram for a 6th-round pick.
I see that now. I think it'll improve Kansas City a little bit. Personally, Kansas City's dead.
Yeah, dude, it's not enough.
That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say I watched that game last night, and they played the Giants. I
think the Giants should have won.
Yeah, the Giants got a little hosed on that face mask call in the last drive. It was not a face mask call. Obviously, we saw that. Then they got lucky by jumping off sides. I think Mahomes knew that the guy jumped off sides, so he kind of threw a risky throw. I don't think he would have thrown that if he knew there wasn't going to be a flag, because they did pick that off pretty easily. But their defense, just watching their defense, they suck.
It's bad, dude. It's really bad.
Yes, Tyrann Mathieu is one of the best safeties in the league, but you can't have a safety doesn't have that much of an impact on the game. Like, he's not like a linebacker or a defensive lineman where there's times when he's not even involved in a play because he's, in coverage or something.
Well, the fact that front seven.
Yeah.
Front seven's been
they have two good players on their front seven, and that is Chris Jones, who's a defensive tackle, who we all know defensive tackles, unless you're Aaron Donald, you're really a space eater, stuff like that. And then they have Frank Clark, who's good, not.
But now they're adding Melvin Ingram.
Yeah.
Then again, if we look over the past week, the fan base is turning on him,
dude.
Not yesterday's game, but last week's game.
It's getting to the point
we were getting trade Mahomes chance. Trade Mahomes. The fan base has turned.
Dude, it's getting to the point where the players are coming out and they're like, dude, what the hell is this? Like, you guys are the most toxic fan base in the whole league.
We go to 3 AFC championships, 2 Super Bowls, and won one of them, and it's not enough. No, it's not when you pay almost $500 million for one player.
Yeah, and I think they're starting to realize that this season they paid way too much money into their offense and not into their defense.
Not enough into their defense.
Think about it. They have Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce all locked up for the next 4 years.
And they didn't put a whole lot on their defense. But speaking of teams that decided to put a lot into their defense, Denver has decided to also declare being dead, giving up on the season. We're 4-4. We traded away our best player, Von Miller.
I don't think y'all are giving up on the season. I just think that
I think we are giving up on the season. We gave away our franchise player.
I understand that, but your franchise player was not going to re-sign. So they traded him for something instead of letting him go for
nothing. Believe it or not, for a 2nd round and a 3rd round pick for a player that doesn't want to come back, that's a really good deal.
It is really good, but now guess what? The Rams are really, really, really good.
Yeah, and that's why they traded them to the Rams, because they know that they're not going to be playing the Rams anytime soon unless they were to make it far. But dude, I have some words about that, because I'm kind of like I'm kind of okay with the move on Denver's part. Denver is a good team.
Yeah.
Their defense is still all right. Yeah, Von Miller, although he hasn't been the Von Miller he's been the past decade.
He's been injured. He's coming off that injury from last year.
Yeah,
He's still
really
this year.
solid,
He has 19 tackles, 4.5 sacks.
4.5 sacks. Yeah, like he's still been playing really good. But I think this Denver team, they can make it actually pretty damn far if they get a good franchise quarterback. You know, Teddy Two Gloves, Drew Lock, they're not the problem, or like they are the problem. They're not it. They're not the solution. And I think what they're trying to do, they're trying to get all this draft capital so they can trade up in the draft for a quarterback, which
I can see that.
I hate this year because I think the quarterback class this year is very, very weak. But I like what Denver's trying to do with it. Yeah, exactly. And so, but they understand that, and this is for every single draft class. Quarterbacks are the most valuable, and they will get taken early no matter what, which is kind of bullshit for a little bit because a lot of times, like the Cardinals did with Josh Rosen, you're wasting an early pick on a franchise player that turns out to be a big bust. And it's kind of a known thing that they're going to be a bust. And so if Denver can play their cards right and win in this draft with those picks that they just got, then I like the deal for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think Denver's on the right path. They have a little two-headed monster at running back now with
Javonte Williams
and Melvin Gordon. I mean, that's a nice little
and guess what? Our O-line, yes, they've been injured this year, but they're a pretty productive offensive line with Garrett Bowles leading them. Dalton Reisner's coming into I think his third year now, and he's really stepped up to the plate. He started as a rookie. You know, we're adding the missing pieces here and there. I think offensively we'll be okay if we find a quarterback. Our receiving core is really good. Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler. Like, I mean,
keep them healthy. Keep them healthy, and they're good.
Yeah, if you keep them healthy, it's a good receiving core. Problem is we don't have a quarterback that can make those throws. They can execute. We beat Washington 17-10.
And I think they knew that Teddy Bridgewater wasn't the answer, but they had to bring somebody in for this year, possibly even next year. Like, they knew Drew Lock wasn't it, so they had to do something to try to at least put something out there.
Well, speaking of quarterbacks, I want to talk about one quarterback that no one's heard of, Mike White.
Mike White.
I want to talk about Mike White and how you're the problem, Will. You curse every AFC team you put in your top 5.
Yeah, what's up with that, man?
Look, man.
2 weeks in a row. Who you putting in this week?
Whoever I put in this week, whoever I want to lose this week, I'm putting in my top 5 because
I guess the Falcons are in top
5. No, Falcons are bottom 5. Y'all suck.
Well, now that you said that, we're gonna win the Super Bowl. Let's go, baby.
No, Mike White played great. They ended up losing the game, obviously, in overtime. Wait, am I thinking? Yeah, they did.
No, Mike White went and beat the Bengals.
Oh, hold on.
Passing yards and a trick play.
I'm thinking about the Tennessee game. I'm sorry.
If this tells you anything, on Twitter, some people were comparing the Zach Wilson, Mike White situation to Drew Bledsoe and Tom Brady.
No, yeah, I saw a meme, and it was a picture of Joe Flacco and Zach Wilson, and they were like, and it was like Zach Wilson was like, I would already had 3 interceptions, and Joe Flacco was like, I would already had 4, and it was like the first quarter, and it was funny. It's one of those you had to be there. But they brought in Joe Flacco, and I saw reports, and they said Joe Flacco will start next week over Mike White.
Nope, not anymore.
This was before the game, and now, I mean, you can't bench Mike White after what he just did. I mean,
franchise tag him.
He's actually the second player. He's the second player ever to throw for 400 yards in their first career start. Can you name the other player?
400 yards in first career start.
400 yards. Nope.
I know it's Tim Tebow.
First career start.
Are they still in the league now?
No.
I was really tempted.
They were at the beginning of the season. In the preseason.
Okay, never mind. I was really tempted to say Brett Favre, but obviously that ain't it.
Not known for his passing abilities. Come on.
What?
It's Cam Newton.
Oh.
Okay.
Cam Newton's first career game against the.
I'm over here not thinking of somebody that's been cut. I'm thinking of somebody that retired, and I'm going.
Yeah, me too.
Cam Newton's first career game against the Cardinals his rookie year, he had like 440 yards. Like it was,
Nah, that's fake.
it was
He's a
actually.
runner.
I'm pretty sure it was actually the most like yards he had in any game in his career, and
Really?
it was the very
Against
first.
the Cardinals? Against the
Yeah,
Cardinals?
the same Cardinals
Oh.
that just dropped their first game to the Green Bay Packers, who
Yes.
are looking like the best team in the league. Aaron Rodgers showed up on Halloween in his John Wick outfit.
Dude,
And
the video was hilarious.
yeah, like Aaron Rodgers is literally took a whole offseason off, told everybody how much his team and his front office suck. And now he's 7-1.
No, correction. He never said that his team sucked. He said he just didn't agree with the front office. That him, the team, and the coaches were okay. That he was okay with them. It was just the front office and the owners.
Either way, he just did something crazy. You know, he didn't have,
With home without 3 of his starting wide
Yeah,
receivers.
dude.
And one of those receivers is a top 3 receiver in the league.
Yeah,
I
top,
agree.
but he's not 2 or 3. But dude, no, he showed his ass. You know, he played real good. Him and Randall Cobb. I picked him up in fantasy this week. You know, it was pretty sick. I still lost. But Randall
They
Cobb,
did lose Robert Tunyon though for the season.
yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's going to be big. I mean, he was having not a great year, but he's still a very reliable tight end.
Yeah,
He's a red zone tight end for Aaron.
dude.
Yeah.
But let's talk about AJ Green, who completely sold the bag. Perfect throw by Kyler Murray. Let's be real. Perfect throw. AJ Green would have caught that 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Just got the
one time where he
miscommunication.
literally just runs and doesn't turn around. And
There had to be some kind of
Rasul-
miscommunication.
Rasul Douglas, who
But they came out and said that there was.
I think it was cool how Rasul Douglas, the one who got the pick, he was cut by the Packers, or by the Cardinals.
He was on the practice squad 3 weeks
earlier in
prior.
the season.
Yeah.
He was a former Panther, wasn't he? Will?
Yeah, I think he played for us for like one season.
He
And-
started for y'all, started for the Texans, got cut early in the spring, signed with the Cardinals to be on the practice squad, just to be on the team. And then the Packers signed him about 3 weeks ago, and he started just because Alexander's out. And, well, he catches a game-winning pick.
And he might start again this week, probably.
Yeah, he's gonna
You
get
do
toasted.
good
though.
things, you get rewarded.
I mean,
Yeah. So he definitely he won the game for them. It was a really good game. That last second was it was kind of wild. Great game to watch. Kyler Murray, you can tell he's really upset, he's really pissed. He played his ass off. But Aaron Rodgers got the best of him. He's got to find a way to get the ball to DeAndre Hopkins more.
DeAndre Hopkins can't stay healthy.
D-Hop didn't play, though, if you think
I
about
get
it.
that. I'm just saying, but like when you got a player of his caliber, he's been doing nothing the whole season.
Well,
I'm not talking about
he's having hamstring issues though, and everybody knows hamstring issues. Like it's
Oh, trust me, Julio Jones was on our team.
you have to be fully healthy in order to come back from those. But speaking of injuries,
Julio and injuries,
I want to
go
talk
ahead, Will.
about 2 injuries to end the show. The first one is not less significant. Every injury is significant, but Jameis Winston has a torn ACL for the Saints.
It's okay. My boy Trevor Simeon stepped up and got the win against the Bucks.
Yeah, so carry on.
Yeah, I'll have a signed thing
Looks
by
like Trevor
him.
Simeon is going to be the starting quarterback. Still not Taysom Hill, the highest paid backup in the league. Don't get me started on that. But another big injury, possibly the biggest injury in honestly recent history in the NFL, is Derrick Henry going down, because everybody knows Derrick Henry is the Tennessee Titans. The next closest running back, with the highest yards is 20 yards this season. Derrick Henry has like 937, and their next running back has like 20.
Oh, I was like, nah, I'm pretty sure there's a couple running backs that have more than 20 yards.
So
I was over here thinking, I was like,
yes. So Derrick Henry, that's gonna be a big loss.
I mean, Derrick Henry was on pace for a 2,000-yard rushing yard season.
Yeah, dude, let's be real. They're screwed. They got no chance now.
They're out. He's out 6 to 10 weeks. So if they can somehow make the postseason, he can't come back for that.
They signed Adrian Peterson, he's still got some juice in his legs, but he's
he says that he feels like he's still his 2012, 2013 self right
I'm
now.
about to say, if this was 2013, then they'd be solid, but it's not.
No, you know what? I'm calling it right now. Adrian Peterson will finish the season with at least 600 yards and look really good and
Write it down.
they will make the playoffs. Mark it down. Adrian Peterson will play good because
You're wrong.
wild.
Wrong.
Y'all want to bet? Y'all want to make a bet on?
Yes,
All
I'll
right.
make a bet on that. Listen, that offense is done now. Because guess what? Tannehill's going to have to put it on his back, and that just means more interceptions are coming the way for the Tennessee Titans.
And it's not like Adrian Peterson's going to be getting the load that Derrick Henry had.
He will.
Yeah.
Start giving it to other running. Yeah, okay. I'll make a bet, Will.
All right.
Hey, that's a good way to end the show. Kind of leads into our next video will be coming out in a couple of days about our power rankings, and we're for sure going to have some changes in there, especially Will's. Good God. But
Still up there, baby.
yeah, all right. So hey, thank you guys for watching. Please leave some comments down below what you guys think and how some of these injuries and other things are going to impact the game and what's been going on recently. So yeah, thank you. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.